myself, Dr. Lata Sharma, with you a new topic that is feudalism. And welcome to all of you that you are getting very much happiness with your classes and online classes that we are giving by the BPSC 133 by the IGNU. So this is a very positive time for you that you are getting all of the benefits. Okay. So now, my dear student, we are going to start with this that we have also covered many topics with the uh, BPSC 13134 also, that is international relations. I can't read international relations and everything. And we have also covered up many topics that is not readable. Many topics. So now we will with you. This is BPSC 133 with the topic of federal system. Dear students, that is a very good timings for you that you are all are covering all of these topics, and we are happy with the all of these. We are going to cover up all topics that will be covered in BPSC 133. So this is federal state, and this is Indian comparative government and politics. So this is all of the topics, and all of the lectures will be given by myself to you, that myself, Dr. Lata Sharma, and we are happy. Now we are going to start now. Okay, please welcome all of you in this topic. Federal state. What we will say, federal state, that is Indian government. If we say comparative government in politics, there is a system in the constitution which has been given to the states and for the country's constitution, that is federal state. That how the state will cover and how the state will actively work and execute all of the plannings and all of the systems accordingly. So that is the power given to the federal state. Federal state is power is divided between the central government and the regional governments. That is that what has happened in this federal state, that the central government and regional government has divided the power. Because of that, nobody will be, if we cannot say that the central government has more and more strongly working, and the regional government is also working with this work. So federal state power is divided between the central government and regional governments. And next is there is that power sharing between central and regional governments is written in the federal constitution and state constitution as well. What is happening here? That what is the sharing? That power is the sharing that is written in the federal constitution and is for the state constitution, because it has been the sharing is this has been written in the central and regional governments in the federal constitution and the state constitution as well. Power could only be changed through a constitutional amendment. What is going here? That power could only be changed through a constitutional amendment. There is thing that nobody can change. No any system will be too much easy and flexible that the constitutional and that this power can change easily. So there is a way that the constitutional amendment process will give to the power that they change the constitution. They will change accordingly to the constitutionally amendment. Otherwise, that cannot be changed. We have said that federal state the power is divided in regional government and central government, but it is divided by the written federal constitution and state constitution that has been written in the federal constitution and the state constitution as well. And power could only be changed through a constitutional amendment. What is here? That no any law can be made by a particular individually. That is not possible. What is possible here? That the constitutional process that can be amend the powers and rights of the central and regional government, that is has been given the power to the federal state. So this is federal state. We have also discussed why the power is divided and who has the power to amend the power sharing between the central government and regional government. What is theory here? That what is the main theory, and we can say functioning and theory is to be allowed here. That is, central government has the right to make decisions at all levels of government. There is a truly sense, and there is a conformity. There is that the central government has the right to make decision at all levels of the government. That what will happen, the regional and state government will also work all accordingly to the central government, and they have to follow the rights and decisions that which the central government has given to the passed by the government. The central government can decide to delegate some powers to the regional governments. In some cases, a lot of power, we can say. If we say in practicality, in general cases, the central government can decide to delegate some power to the regional government. This is also the power. In a theoretical way, we can say that the central government has a power to delegate, that he can give some he can delegate some powers which is the to the regional government in some cases, not in a general way. In some cases, a lot of power, and it can be happen that a lot of power can be given to the regional government by the central government. Why he can take all these decisions and rules regulation? Because it is dependent on the timings, and it is depending on the happenings. However, the central government can decide to take this power back, and this is also can be happen that central government has the power also. What is the power have? That the power which has been given by the central government to the regional government, he can take back to the power from the regional government as it has been given by the central government. In the cases of, in some cases, and it can be a lot of power, we can say that power cannot be general way, that is not given to the regional government, but it has been given to the central government, and can decide to take this power back. Central government in general way, we can say, that has a power upon the regional government. We, in general way, we can say, this is theory we have given, that what is going here. The central government has the right to make the decision. That is main thing is there, that the central government can make the decision, and he can decide. The central government also decide to delegate the powers to the regional government in some cases, and the central government can decide to take back all these powers also. This is the main theory, that central government has been central government's working has been like that. So this is the theory, and we have to be kept in mind that central government has more powerful workings than that of regional governments. What we can say, that we are discussing the federal government, and now this is unitary state. What is the unitary state here? The balance of power in a federal system is usually not equal. As we have also said that what is happened we can say that according to constitutional federal constitution, and the state constitution that is written also in the federal constitution, that what happened, that balance of power in a federal system is usually not equal, because state power and then central power has a more difference, because central has a authorized powerful and a strong decision making authority in the constitution, as we can say, example, centralized or decentralized based on the objective decisions conditions. This is thing that centralized or decentralized based on objective condition. What is that power in a federal system, that will be centralized or decentralized? It is based on the what will be the remaining condition at that time. It is depend on that time. So this is federal system, that usually the balance of power, then power is not equally divided, and what will happen here, that centralized or decentralized the state, and based on objective conditions. This is, we are discussing the unitary state, that is, in a federal system usually a balance of power, and we can say power is not equally divided. And what will happen in that case, the centralized or decentralized condition in power in a federal system can depend on the objective condition. If the central has extreme power, There is also written that if the central has extreme power, unitary. If the regional has extreme power, confederation. In that case, is that if the central has the extreme power, that will be conducted and unitary state, and if the regional has extreme power, that is confederation. This is also a thing to be noticed here, that in some cases that central can also have the power and strongness and total authorization, that will be treated as unitary. And the regional, if the regional has the extreme power, that is treated and that is be introduced as a confederation. Within a region, federalism can also be used to divide power between the regional government and local government. What is happening? What we want to say here, that within a region, federalism can also be used to divide power between the regional government and local government. Uh, in a federalism process, in a federalism state concept, we can say that the power is also divided in regional government and the local government also. This is third stage, we can say, that is first is central government, second is regional government, and third is local government. So this is the third stage, and there also the regional government and the local government, there is also the power has been divided in both of them, that is regional government and local government, accordingly to the situations. The power balance between levels of governments can change over time. This is also to be treated and to be, we can discuss here, that the power, what is the power balance between levels of government, that is the government levels of government, uh, that is centralized government, that is regional government, and that is local government. So this is the power balance. This is the between these levels of governments can change accordingly to the time. We can say the example is there, that is the United States and Canada. That is that is not conformity that the government will handle all of the powers all time. No, there can be a changes accordingly, that if the governments are not doing work good, they are not in the favor, the people are not in the favor of the government, and the work, then their memorandum and their all workings are not with the favor of state and for the local government also. So there can be change also. So there is a unitary state. We are going to take some glimpses here. That is, in a federal system, the balance of power is usually not equal. We have also said this, that the power is not equally divided as centralized or decentralized. That is depend on the conditions. And the extreme power, if the central has the extreme power, it has to be conferred as unitary, and if the regional has the extreme power, that is to be introduced as an confederation power. So this is federalism, and federalism can also be used to divide power between the regional government, and this is also the thing, that is local government. And this is also to be noted here, that the balance of power between local government and regional government can be changed. It cannot be remain all over time. It can change. It can be a transformation, that it can take a change according to the time. So there is example, that is US and Canada. That is the main example of these local government and state government and central government. So this levels can be changed, and the power can be changed. Power can be take out from this local levels of governments. Federal system and balance of power. In a federal system, some regional governments can have more powers than others. Yes, this is also to be read here, that federal system and balance of power. Because if we say, if we go in the process of federal system, that is, there is a levels of state, central, and local. So, and there is also a balance of power. That according to the constitution, the power should be balanced, not that should be equally. But in the cases and according to the happenings and according to the rules, regulations, decisions, policies, there is some flexibility can be seen. So, in a federal system, some regional governments can have more power than others. This is also true that federal system, regional government has more power than the others. When the amount of the autonomy regional governments have is not the same, it is called asymmetrical federalism. This is also that amount of autonomy if a regional government have, that cannot be same, that is asymmetrical federalism we can say. And next is there, then when the amount of autonomy regional government, first is there is a amount of autonomy in a regional government have, and it is not the same, that is called asymmetrical federalism. And amount of autonomy regional government have is the same, we can say there is the same, it is called symmetrical feudalism. It means that the government, that the amount is going to the autonomy of regional government, if is not the same, that is asymmetrical federalism. And if has remained the same, it is called symmetrical federalism. So federal system and balance of power. In a federal system, some government can have more powers, and we in the further, if the amount of the autonomy regional government have is not the same, because of it can be called asymmetrical federalism. The amount of autonomy regional government, that is not same. Okay. And the next is the amount of autonomy regional government have is the same equally, it is called symmetrical federalism. So there is a balance of power, there is a power is we can say that is amount of autonomy, that is because power is not the muscle power, it is here that the balance of power, it is the rights, duties, decisions, powers, depend, and we can say this is amount and money, that is, and how many rights and freedom has been given to the regional government and the local government. It is power is equally, power is treated as in many forms. Okay. So there is, in a federal system, balance of power most of the timings not remain the same. A symmetrical and symmetrical federalism, there is a difference between asymmetrical, asymmetrical and symmetrical federalism. Then this is they are the points that we have given in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the differences we can say. To guarantee the cultures of minority groups, what is the differences, that to guarantee the cultures of minority groups, to balance majority rule with the minority rights, to give local people the power to handle local problems, to encourage local people to become involved in their own governments, to act regional or local governments as check and balanced on the federal governments. There is also all of the points give the indication that that asymmetrical and symmetrical federalism have a difference, have a meaning, and have a introduction, and have a very important things, that what the asymmetrical and symmetrical federalism gives, the to guarantee the cultures of minority group. What they want, that the minority, what that is that group that has the minor group, that is minority groups, what they want, that they have to be cultured. This is the main thing. In a local government we can say there is a development, and we can say the progress of culture of minority groups. What is the guarantee here? This is the guarantee that the local government has to give the guarantee the cultures of minority groups, that the culture of the minority groups should be progressed. Because there is many policies has been given to the by the government for making the progress and for making the development of minorities groups, and they have to be educated, they have not to remain in the same position as they are in a poverty system, and they should be more awakened about the policies and about the systems and about the awakeningness and the modernity that is going in a social society. So there is a confirmation of that they have to give the guarantee the cultures for the minority groups to balance majority rule with the minority rights. What they want, that to balance majority rule with the minority rights. Majority rule with minority rights. It is written here, and it is very important here that there should be a rule which the government as in mm, local government want to make, that should be a balanced, that the rules that has been made by the majority, that should be, there should be a balance with the minority also, that rights should be given to the minority, and there is no any differences that the majority have a very good rights and the minority has no rights. So for making the equality, for making the equalness for the majority rule and the minority rights, there is a confirmed asymmetrical and symmetrical federalism to be given, that they have to do all of these workings to give local people the power to handle local problems. There is a very good phenomena here, that is also that we can say, that is panchayati raj and nagar panchayat. This is all doing all these work, that local people, please give the power to the local people and they will handle the local problems, because if the local problems will not be covered, then society will be the society can be come in a not a good form. So what is to be done here, that rights to be given to the local people and they will handle, they will cover up, they will manage, they will cover all of the problem that can be arise in their surroundings. So this is thing here, that minority groups can be cultured, should be cultured, and and the rights that has been given to the minority should be based on the majority rule, not by the minor rules. And what is to be done, that give the rights to the local people, they will handle and they will manage all of their problems at their locality. And next is to encourage local people to become involved in their own governments. There is very important thing is here, that what to be done, that to encourage, to give them knowledge, to awaken them, that they have to be involved, they should make a presence in the governments, that is their local government. So they have they have to be awareness about their government, and they have a knowledge, and they should work for their own government. So this is also that it is happening here, that we are covering the local government profile, to act a regional or local government as check and balance on the federal government. This is what is that regional or local government, the regional government and local regional or federal government can check and balance of the federal government, that if the regional or local government is not doing the work accordingly, the federal government can check, and they can take the balance on their workings, and what be the balance, what is the difference, and what will be the workings should be happened, that is depend on that the regional and local government, as they are doing the work accordingly. Purpose of federalism, what the federalists want, what is the constitution that has been given the power to the federalism, that is state and central government, that is federalism. What is the purpose behind this? Efficiency economists say that having more local level of government make decisions is more efficient than having centralized management. Regional and local governments know better what their communities need and can make policies that are appropriate for these communities. that federalism has a very the constitutional level, we can say that the purpose and functioning and what is the reason behind the for making the country's system as an for adopting the federalist system, that is the efficiency. Economists say that having more local level of government make decisions more efficient than having centralized management. This is the thing. This is good here, that the local government should be balanced accordingly to the powers by the centralized government, and for making the local level government in a centralized efficient way. If we will not give the powers to the local level, that what will happen here, that they are not aware of the knowledge and balancing of power, and they will not handle the problems accordingly to their localized area. So making them efficiency and efficient, this is a good step. Regional and local government have no better with their communities need, can make policies that are appropriate for these communities. This is good here, that what will happen, the central government is not cannot be aware about the problems, about the issues that is, and many problems that can be raised time to time. So the regional and local government, because in a regional level the MLA and MLC and local government are the pradhan pramukh, we can say, and nagar panchayat pramukh. These are the persons who are better with the communities, because they live with their communities and they know about the need and problems, that can make policies, that what type of policies can be helpful and better for their lifestyle, and they can help for making these policies accordingly to their communities, and that will be appropriate and okay for their betterment. Laboratories of the experimentation, different policies, we can say, for instance of health or education. This is main priorities has been given to the local government and regional communities. That is, there is experimental, we can say, as experiment happens in the laboratories, that is also happened in the society also. That is different policies, that is based on health or education. This is the more an important issue that the local government has to be faced, that can be tested in different regions. That is also happened, that the government has make many research progress and research project given to the to know about the problems and issues that many different regions, and they have came to know by the betterment, for the betterment of the areas, and they have make the policies accordingly that the problems has occurred that time. So the most successful ones can then be adopted by the other regions. Political empowerment, the act of participating in self-government, improves people lives. This is political empowerment, and what is happening here, that the panchayat pramukh and all of the elections is handling time to time. So act of participating in self government improves, because they are going to make the participation for making their self government. What is the improving aspect, we can see there, that they have become the political empowerment, and they have taken the problems of their regions, and they are going to make the step for the betterment and for the progress of the society. In a large country as like India, we can say, in a large country, federalism is one way to make sure that more citizens have more opportunities to govern themselves. This is also very we can say proven proven aspect is here, that as a large country is India, federalism is one way. This is a very good phenomena, that to make sure that more citizens have more opportunities. There is more and more citizens, and they have more and more opportunities, but for the betterment and to govern themselves. They can do this work to govern themselves for the cultural empowerment also. There will be more autonomy for different cultural communities. And what can be done in a federal system, there is also an opportunity that the autonomy of different cultural communities, that can be we can say, that is ethnic groups, religious groups, and many groups, that they have the autonomy of different cultural aspect. They can do accordingly for the goodness of their groups, religious groups, and communities. So cultural communities feel that their cultures and traditions are respected and valued. This is if all of the functioning can be done accordingly, for the ethnic groups, religious group, and for the autonomy, and for the cultural empowerment, that they have a good feel about their cultures and traditions, that the government and the local government is respecting their values and their traditions. So this is the purpose of federalism, that the local government should be, and the local and regional government should be respected, their groups should be respected, and all of the different cultures, communities should be respected in the federal government, that is regional and local government. As we have also said that many of the researches, many of the projects has been given to read about, to search about the policies, search about the problem, that in the different regions of the Indian level, that is that we can cover up, we can be easily adoptable, the problems that has been covered in the local government and the regional government also, regional areas also. This is the way that the purpose of federalism can be seen. Some advantages of federalism: in efficiency, some economists argue that having many governments can make joint action confusing and difficult. This is also here there, that some economists, this is also we justify here, that some economists argue that having many governments can make joint action confusing and different. Yes, this can be happens because they have their different ideology, different mindset. So joint action confusing and difficult can also happen. So, and that their workings can be different also. They have a difference also. For example, it was only in 1995 the Australian railway tracks were fully standardized, so that passengers can cargo could go from one end to the country to the other without changing trains. This is, we are going to give you example. In 1995, the Australian Railways Department. Tyranny communities in which the people in government all come from one group tend to oppress minorities. For instance, in the south of the United States, white state government discriminated against and repressed blacks. The central government had to intervene to make sure that a blacks' rights were respected. This problem has been happened in the Australian Railways Organization 1995, and this is for the result has been come that the central government. What has happened there in the south of the United States, because there is a repressed ideology of blacks. So in that case, the discrimination should not be covered, should not be treated. The central government has given an interruption, and that the blacks has also the rights, and their rights should be respected by the government. So this is a thing that what is happened, that there should be a difference, and there should be a transformation of ideologies between the local government and the regional and central government also. So these are the examples that we have given here. This is some advantage of feudalism. So this is the thing, that there is a very important phenomena about feudalism, that the confusion and difficulty can be seen, but if we give the power, and balance of power should be remained to the regional and local governments, that will be goodness for the society. This is here we are going to cover up there some disadvantages of federalism. We have also covered the advantages, that is about the federalism, and now we are covering the disadvantages. There is also a negative and positive aspect of all of the mm, functions and all of the theories and principles. That is here, that what is feudalism is giving to in a positive way. Now we are discussing what is the feudalism is giving to in a negative way. What we think that the federalism can be counted, can be treated as in a negative way. There is one is, often the central government is worried that if they do not create a federal system, there will be armed conflict. In an Indian concern, we are going to say here, that central government, most of the time, because the central government have a worried sense about that, that if we do not create a federal system, if we do not have the rights and power as in a federal according to the federal constitution and federal system, there will be a armed and there will be a authorization and there will be discrimination, we can say. There will remain a totalitarian armed conflict can be seen, because central government have the power if the central government has not the power. In that case, the central government usually has more power holding together. Yes, this is true. That emergency, in the emergency timings, the central government has the power, and all of the power is holded by the central government, because when the emergency created, the central government take out all of the powers from the states and from the local government also. So this is in the first we have discussed that there is a situation can be created if the central government has not the power, that is armed conflict can be seen. For this reason, the holding together, why it is holding together, because the central government has the power of holding the all of the rights, power, strongness, and all of the policies can be created by the central government if the central government will not do all of these workings accordingly to the constitution, that there be a armed conflict and the emergency timings, there will be all more and more problems can be seen. Sometimes two or more states decide to join together and form a union. Yes, this is also seen in United States and more states. It means we can say that two or more states decide to join together and form a union. But in India, it cannot happen, because there is a we have a rule of democratic system here. In US, we can say that two or more states they join and they make the agreement and they make a union. This is happened in US. Regional government have more power coming together. This is also very important aspect here, that regional government, because regional government has more power, because of they can come together. State has the power and the regional government has the power and the local government has the power. If they united, then it can be they can come together, and it will be a disadvantages of federalism also. If the central government has not power, in that case the regional government have more power. A federal constitution and state constitution must be drafted and passed. A federal constitution, a state constitution must be drafted and passed. This is the thing, that if the constitution in a sense of federal constitution and in a sense of state constitution, that should be drafted, should be drafted as accordingly by the constitution and by the rules and regulations, that is accordingly to the constitution, that is written in articles and that has been given by the constitution. That is a written draft should be passed if a central government is not working. How is a feeder system state created? There is a thing that we came to know, that how we can create it as federal state. If we are going to make and starting, and we can say that is a emerging country, newly emerging country is going to start their policies and system, that what is the policies, what is the system they have to do for making a federal state. So this is the creation that federal state can be created. In a federal constitution, it will also explain which levels of government have power and what the powers are of the different levels. For making a federal state, for making a federal constitution, we have to explain the levels of government that has power, and the powers are the different levels. This is also in Indian constitution we have given. That is central government has the power, local government has the power, and regional government has the power. This is the first phenomena that we have to create it for making the federal state. That is, the power should be divided into levels, different levels. Some federal constitution give a lot of details about the powers each level will have. Yes, because of in the constitution federal, if we the drafted powers should be done, if the power should be divided, that they have to give the full details or information about the powers that the each level will have each from, because we have give the power of the each level, and they have to make a lot of details according to the constitution. They have to be created for making a federal state. Others are less detailed. Regional state province constitution will explain how the regional government will be set up and work, and the important rights citizens of that region have. If in a regional level, we can say that is regional constitution will tell about all of the regional government, that how they will work, how the important rights and workings they have, and what the citizens of the that region will do accordingly to the constitution. All of things are decided, and they are divided, and they are allocated to the regions that the regional government have. It will also list the important laws for that region. This is all important laws will be given by the federal state, will be given by the regional state, that what is the important laws and how they will treat, and you will use all of the laws accordingly. Regional constitution may also list the rights of the federal and regional governments, even though it is already in the federal constitution. That is, regional constitutions may also list the rights of the federal and regional governments. In the cases of federal state, for making the federal state, most of the timings, the regional constitution may also list the rights of the federal and regional governments, even though it is already in the federal constitution. This is a thing that if we want to make a state, federal state, that all of the workings, all of the levels should be covered by the constitution, and power should be divided into the levels, and the citizens of the regional and the local, they have to be aware about the workings, and what is the power should be given by the constitution. They have to be detailed, and they have all to have accordingly to the regional constitution, and they according to the important laws for that reason. So this is the federal state have to work accordingly if they want a federal state. Constitution. Mostly, governments earn revenue through taxing citizens and foreign businesses, and through selling natural resources. In most federal system, the state keeps some tax money and the federal government gets some. Sometimes the federal government collects all and then returns some of it to states. Yes, this is the most of the timing. The state keeps some tax money, and in a federal system, we are going to cover here, and some tax money, and the federal government gets some. This is federal government. The state government has the some gets money. They the states, and the some has money collected by the returns of the revenues. It is kept by the states also. For the sales of natural resources, agreement can be made between central government and the states. This is here that what will happen if the natural resources will be sell out, because natural resources is not the property of the we can say the regional government, and not the local government, and not the central government. So what is to be done here, what is the agreement should be covered here, that for the sale of natural resources, agreement between the government, central government and states, that is 40 to 60 ratio. There is a ratio between that 40% is accordingly we can say to the central government, and for 60% to the states, because state have the natural resources, not the central government at that time. The resources has come out in the region of states, so they have more percentage of natural resources sales amount, they will get more rather than of state central government. So this is the main thing, that revenue through tax, because government, how the process and system, the government can earn revenue through taxing citizens and foreign business and through selling natural resources. What will happen in that cases, through the taxing and revenue and selling natural resources, that to, and what will be counted here for the foreign business also. So all of these should be covered here, that for sales of natural resources agreement can be made accordingly, that state will get 60% and the central government will be 40%. Federalism and revenue. One way to create a closer relationship between the federal government and the state government is to have state representative in the federal government. Executive branch. There can be a rule that a certain number of cabinet ministers must come from the different states. Legislative branch. The legislature can have two houses, with the upper house representing the states. Within the upper house, there can be equal number of representatives for each state or different numbers depending on population. The upper house should have relatively equal power within the lower house. As example, all important laws should be passed by both the lower and the upper house. Judicial branch, another rule can be that federal judges must come from the different ethnic states. In this way, the states feel represented at the federal government level. This is how the federal government get their revenue. This is, they have to make the branches, that is executive branches, that is legislature also can have two houses. This is who represent the states, and the upper house there will be equal number of representatives, and each state or different numbers depending on the population. The upper house should have relatively equal power within the lower house. All important laws should be passed by the both the lower and upper house. Judiciary branch also would make a role here, that another rule can be that the federal judges must come from the different ethnic states. In this way, the state feel represented at the federal government level. This is the revenue the federal government got from the society and from the system. That is the revenue has got for the federal system. Past experience. What is the past experience there? That on conferences there is for making a federal state, that is union. Federal union we can say, this is the centralized central union and central level we can say. Unitary system that we have taken here. Important points here, that eight states, the equal representative from upper and lower house, the equal power of both house, federal government legislative power. The federal government has these power in a legislative level, that is foreign affairs, defense, finance, currency and coinage, postal services and telegraphs. This is in an area of, this is the power that the federal government will have in a legislative power. And shipping, railways, air and water transport, judiciary and postal tax. Federal government has all of these legislative power, because of we are going to cover again here that foreign affairs, defense, finance, currency and coinage, postal services and telegraphs, shipping, railways, air and water transport, and judiciary, postal tax also. This is all of the power has been given to the federal government, that they will take the revenue, they will have the right for making the legislative power upon all these organizations, all these departments. Fair distribution of revenue. That is according to the 1961. This is here that the legislative power will make the fair distribution of revenue accordingly. That has been covered in 1961. Past experience, peace talk. What is happened here? That past experience has been given here, whether federal or unitary. Both cases can be done, seen here. Schedule 1, Union Legislative List. Schedule 2, Region or State Legislative List. Schedule 3, Self-Administrated Division or Self-Administrated Area. Schedule 5, Taxes collected by region on state. This is what has been done in the federal state, that whether federal, otherwise unitary. In the cases of all these, Schedule 1 will consider union legislative list. Schedule 2 will cover region or state legislative list. And Schedule 3, all students, you have to take cover of all of the schedules that has been written, that this is covered here, only 5 schedules. That is Schedule 3, self-administrated division or self-administrated area. Schedule 5, taxes collected by region on state. Whether this is a past experience which we covered for the making the peace talk. That is Schedule 1, Schedule 2, 3 and 4. 3 and 5, there is taxes collected by region or state. And this is Schedule 3, self-administrative division or self-administrative area. According to 2008 Constitution, what is to be done for the power of legislate for the federal system? Sectors centralized, sectors central, regional. The areas has been covered, that is Union Defense and Security sector, Foreign Affairs sector, that is to be covered in accordingly to the 2008 Constitution in the federal system. That is Union Defense and Security sector. The second is Foreign Affairs sector, Finance and Planning sector, Economic sector, Agriculture and Livestock Breeding sector, Energy, Electricity, Mining and Forestry sector, Industrial sector, Transport, Communication and Construction sector, Social sector, Management, and last is one, this is Judicial sector. This is according to 2008 Constitution. The all of these sectors has been covered by the federal system. And this is due to the all of these sectors is in a very topmost level, because we can say that Union Defense and Security sector will be covered by the regional. So this is will not be good, because in a regional way, Union Defense Security sector can make a harmful aspect for the country's image. Foreign affairs sector, this is also be covered in a federal, not in a regional state, not in a regional level. This is also to be covered of very in a important factor, that is foreign affairs sector should be covered by the federal level. Finance and planning sector, this is also have a powerful and important sector. Economic sector, this is related to the development and progress, and all of the economies is depending, the country's economies depend upon this sector. So this sector is also belong to federal system. Agriculture and livestock breeding sector, this is main here, that what will happen, that the agriculture will not work accordingly to the better for the industrialization and for the progress and for the development of the system. That is also breeding sector is also with the federal and central regional sector. Energy, electricity, mining and forestry also, industrial sector also, transport, communication and constitution. This is sectors, this is belonging to the central and regional. And management sector also, and the judicial sector also related to the central regional system. This is all we have done here. Now we are going to start with this, that again repeating, and we are going to glimpse here that the federal system has more and more important accordingly to the 2008 constitution. There is sectors recent, union defense and security sector, foreign affairs sector. We have also discussed that judicial sector. All of these sectors depend upon the federal system. And there is a schedules also, that schedule 1, 2 and 3 and 5 is also related with this, that they discuss with the peace talk. And the all of the schedule has given the union legislative list, region or state legislative list, and taxes collected by the region or state, that is written in a schedule 5. Past experience, that is important points is there. The equal representation from upper and lower houses, the equal power of the both houses, and federal government has legislative power, foreign affairs and all of these, postal services and all of the sectors, air and water and transport and judiciary and coastal, there is written here in the federal government's legislative power. Fair distribution of revenue, that is according to 1961. And this is federalism and revenue. What will happen, that the who will take out the revenue, that is the revenue's power, how the federal system will cover. There is a constitution written here that there who will more powerful, and they will take the natural resources, what is the sales of what will happen, the natural resources sales. And for most federal system, the sometimes the federal government collect all and return some of its states. How is federal system created? What is here? We have also discussed that if we want to make a federal state, who we want to create a federal state, we have to give the powers in a levels. That is levels can be regional level, state level, and the local level. So if we give the power and duties and rights to the local level and regional level, that will be also good, because the constitution has the right to make the decision accordingly to the levels. And nobody will be have the power for making the constitution cross. Disadvantage we have also covered here, that federalism has a disadvantage, that a armed conflict can be created if the central government is not work as a federal system. And usually the has more power holding together. Central government has more power. Two or more states, this is also can be happen, that the two or more states can make a form and they can join together as an union. This is also can be seen in the disadvantages. Regional government have more power, that is coming together. This is also a federal constitution, a state constitution must be drafted. This is also advantage. We can say that is we have given a Australian railway 1995 example, and they want that there should be not the discrimination, and there should be equal transformation of rights and duties. There is also purposes of federalism we have given. Asymmetrical and symmetrical feudalism we also discussed here. That is what is happened in both of these feudalism aspect. uh, Balance of power. This is also written here, that balance of power accordingly, because federal system and central government has more power than the regional government. So this is what will happen, that the amount of autonomy in a regional government on have, and the what will be the treated, that is asymmetrical feudalism. And if it is the same, it has a symmetrical feudalism also. This is federal state. We have also covered here. Power is divided between the central government and the regional government. Power sharing between central and regional government is written in the federal constitution and state constitution as well. Powers could only be changed through a constitution amendment. This is the main important thing, that power have been given to the central government and regional government, but in the cases of any urgency, emergency, that power can be given and take out by the constitutional amendment by the constitution. This is here, that theoretical we can say that the central government has the right to make a decision at all levels of government. So my dear students, this is the fatal state we have covered. So for that today, this is good. Namaskar. Thank you.